Hello all. This is Chuck, and I figured I'd show you some of my recent record finds for today. Went over this really nice lady's house. I remember when she worked at local department store at one time, and she posted online about taking a look at her 45's for sale, and I ended up scoring quite a few from her. And I started playing some of them today. This is an interesting record. Ball Confusion. Take Me Clear From Here, Edwin Starr. The Ball Confusion side is very interesting. Here's a reissue gold standard, Sugar Dumpling, Sam Cooke. It's got The Whole World Shakin'. Perfect Love, Last Night in the Pips. It's actually a Steeler record, but it says nothing. The funny thing is about this is it says nothing about the Steelers on it at all. It just mentions about the side that I heard playing. I think it was the other side. So this is a very odd, interesting Steeler Super Bowl related record. Here's an old Keen. Tear on the label, but I'm not sure if I have that. Everybody likes the cha-cha-cha Sam Cooke. Finally, a copy of this. It doesn't look totally worn to heck, but of course the lighting and the camera reveals grain that actually are showing up more on the camera than they do to the naked eye. A copy of Tighten Up on actual pure vinyl in Atlantic. The copy of Tighten Up I actually have, it's a little rough, this one, but the one I have is on styrene, which is a cheaper, I guess, vinyl mix. I'm finding out from learning about records. They did 40, for some reason, some of the major labels did, for some reason, did pressings on styrene, which has different edges. It has a thicker feeling, sharp, thicker feeling. It's hard to explain. The surface feels different. Here's a copy of the classic Mississippi Queen by Mountain on the there's a label over that, Windfall. There's a flip side. Sorry about the light adjustment on this camera on some of these labels. There we go, on Windfall. This Righteous Brothers disc I'm not too familiar with, that's why I figured I'd buy it to try. Things Didn't Go Your Way. And maybe it's too much light. Maybe that's what the problem is. Go Ahead and Cry. I mean, I got tons. I ended up getting like 200 in all. So, Pretty Little Angel Eyes, Curtis Lee. We're just going to do one-siders here because there's so many of them. Hitching a Ride, Vanity Fair. Zoom, 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 The Collegians. Goodbye the Love, The Chantels. Great Googly Moo, The Spaniels. Double Shot of My Baby's Love. Somebody Loves You by Delphonics. This is the flip side of Don't Pull Your Love on a Goldie's 45 Annabella. McCoy's. Very nice clean copy of Troglodyte by Jimmy Castor. Very minty copy of Green Eyed Lady by Sugarloaf. Well, the camera even shows up the dust fine. Nothing But Heartaches by Supremes. Happy Birthday Baby. Wonderful upbeat song about how the woman singing actually cheated on. This one's interesting here. River Deep Mountain High. I'll actually show both sides. Wow, there's this lighting and camera showing never imperfection. They actually don't look as bad in person. Together We Can Make Such Sweet Music, and that was done by the Spinners. Candy Stanton, don't know her for doing In the Ghetto. Jackie D. Shannon doing needles and pins on the United Arts Silver Spotlight Series. This one I haven't heard yet. Springwell on Parrot. It's for you and our question. Promises, Promises by Dino Warwick. And this one's interesting now. This is a collectibles reissue. I usually don't see too much Motown stuff or stuff from the 60s reissued on this, but it depends on who it is. You'll Lose Your Precious Love, which is the original flip side to Ain't Too Proud to Beg, but then on the other side they have I Want a Love I Can See. So just for that oddity of it alone and not being too familiar with this side, I wanted to, I grabbed that up and the condition is really nice. Let's see here. Since I Don't Have You, Eddie Holman's version. When I Fall in Love, the Flamingos. Mid Amore, My Love. And here's a great local record here on the Calico label. This I Swear by the Skyliners. Let's see here. Flip side, of course, is Tomorrow, which I actually not familiar with. I'm Crying, The Animals. The other side was House of the Rising Sun. I Know, Pookie Hudson and the Spaniels. The flip side, Love You for Sentimental Reasons. Now, I have the Silver Spotlight series of this, I know, but I don't think I have the original Liberty, the original 60s pressing of this. This Diamond Ring, of course, everybody's familiar with that. But I knew I didn't have it because this flip side is hard to find. His name's hard to find, which is interesting. I Know My Heart Symphony, the flip one, the reissue that was later done. I heard this song on Yes I'm Ready, KC, Terry DeSario and KC, which is really nice. Here's a Charlie Brown Christmas, Charlie Brown Records, which is interesting. Looks like it originally went to a book, I guess, I don't know. Yesterday, the Beatles song by Lennon McCartney, done by Ray Charles. I have not heard that. River Deep, Mountain High, which is supposed to be one of those rarely heard classics. I mean, once in a great while of Tina Turner. Here's one of these very interesting EPs from the 50s, early 60s. This one I'm not familiar with. Neil Diamond record I never heard of. Broad Old Woman and Two-Bit Man-Child. Can Never Go Home Anymore. Shangri-La's. Bulldog. This I actually heard recently on the Sirius XM I have in my car because I play like ears. I believe it's from 69 or 70. Looks like it's probably going to be 70 if it has a Warner Brothers Records logo instead of a W7. So I think they switched that back by 70 even for sure. We'll go with GQ. One Summer Night, the Dan Lears. Wheelin' and the Dealin'. Swearing to God, Frankie Valli. Kind of rough, but it's alright. Cool red record of Ebb Tide and stuff like that. Love Walked In, Ricochet. Hey Girl, Freddie Scott. Bach Talk. Okay. Don't know if that's an error on a label or if it's about Bach, the composer, but we'll find out. Here's a really cool and interesting later issue of Friends of Distinction on the 1 o'clock position dog, which dates from the 80s. But yeah, I rarely ever see reissues on this RCA label, especially by other than like Elvis, because there's a demand. Going in Circles and grazing in the grass. So that should sound pretty nice. Prince doing Horny Toad. And Delirious, of course, is a hit. Purple Haze. And Foxy Lady. Even though it's a reissue, it's a pretty old reissue. Back-to-back hits. Space Race, which I heard on the satellite music thing. Nice to have an actual vinyl copy of it. This I have. Gonna sit right down and cry over you, Roy Hamilton. Classic question mark and Rotary 96 Tears. I'm not sure if I have it. Save My Soul, Jack Scott. And I have some of his stuff. If I Can't Have You, Yvonne Elliman. I don't believe I have this on a 45. Thomas Wayne. So Proud. Here's an interesting one here. The Children of the World. Kenshion Mixteca. And We Are the Children of the World, the Children of the World. On a MGM white and black promo label, which I haven't seen too many of those. And the funny thing is, these were near each other when I was going through her records. And this one is really thick feeling too. It's weird. Mr. Bojangles and The People Tree, which I am actually familiar with both, but they'll be interesting to hear. Bobby Rydell, Forget Him. Now Shadows of Night I'm familiar with, reporting on Parrot. Well, this is must be a very rare subsidiary division label of Buddha, I guess back in the 60s, maybe early 70s, called the Team label. And it's Shadows of Night, from way out to way under. I never saw this label in my entire life, but I saw it was a division of Buddha. Shake, Shadows of Night. And it's not the Shake that was Otis Redding and Sam Cooke either. It looks like it got a different composer. Copy of Cinnamon. The copy I have actually sounds great, but it got like a triangular shaped cut in the edge of it, so I figured we'll go try this one out and see how it sounds. Here's one on the ERA label, the Era label, which is a later label of theirs from like maybe the early 70s. Era Records back Alley Oop, the Hollywood Argyles, and Holly Golly, which I'm not too familiar with that one. I'm Sorry, the Delphonics with You're Gone. Isn't Fair the Duprees. Mountain of Love, Howard Dorfman, which, believe it or not, I actually have the original record for that on a Dorfman label, I believe, or something like that. Dorman label. I'll throw that one away anyway. It's all bunched up. Mountain of Love. Oh, the reason why I got it was for this side, actually. Barefoot, I believe it is. I think that's the right version. Here's an original copy. Nice shape except for a scuff, but for the price that you can't beat it. Expressway to Your Heart on an original Crimson label. Hey Gip on the flip side. Hungry Eyes by Eric Carmen. The weird part about this is it has a totally different artist on the other side, so that's uncommon, especially for more recent records and 45s in general. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on? No, I didn't. What is it? Come and get you now? Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Alright. Sorry about that. And if I try to stop this and redo the video, it screws up for some reason, so I apologize for that brief. Everybody Loves a Clown. Yeah, a much later pressing of, like I said, another 1 o'clock dog, 1980s. And since I never saw one this late reissued on from the late 60s, like Guess Who, I grabbed it, and it's a very nice shape, so it was worth it. Loves a Clown, Time Stand Still. Charles and Eddie. That seemed kind of interesting, so I grabbed this one up for jukeboxes only. The Happening, which is the the heck is it? Song made by the Supremes. I never heard of him doing that. Oh, What a Night, the Dells. Believe Me. Oh, oh, I Love You, or Ooh, I Love You, and then There Is. Now, I have a copy of this, but There Is a different flip side, I think. So I'm kind of confused by that. I'm pretty sure. I have There Is on a 45, but here's one of Len Berry I never heard of. I don't have. I think it's somewhere. If you don't know me by now, I don't think I have it on a 45. Unfortunately, this has a tight crack in it, but I'll at least archive it. I actually don't have this and wasn't sure what label Man for Man did this on, but I know now. Mighty Quinn, Quinn the Eskimo. It seems scarce enough, so I still grabbed it. By request, Edwin Garvey. That really seems weird. So, Manfred Mann. I can't remember if I had Sweet Pea on 45. Let the Little Girl Dance, Billy Bland. Remember Them, the Earls. Okay. That's good because the copy I have is... I know what to do then. Put tape on the other side of it. Okay. Little Town Flirt, Del Shannon. Double Shot of My Baby's Love. Swing 'em at Dines. I think I must have grabbed 2 of those. Oh yeah, this is interesting. Here, a copy of 1999 by Prince on a 45, which I have is not too common. It's a little beat up, a little bit in bad shape. I actually am a big fan of the EP era when they did this commonly. Whoa, we're really getting close to the camera from the stack. So that's part 1 of an EP on Capitol, Kenton, and Hi-Fi. That's right, because I guess the field of the labels is a lot smaller. So there goes that. Show the record. And it has like the it's like a little album there. It's not the best shape, but it's still pretty cool. I like those EPs, especially with the hard LP jackets. She said this is one of the only original Elvis she had, all shook up by Elvis Presley. Been Lonely Too Long. She must have bought her records from the same people at one time, because I remember getting labels from the flea market or somewhere. I bought records with that woman's, totally unrelated woman's address on it. Pop Music by M. Better copy than what I think I have, A Fooled Around and Fell in Love, Elvin Bishop. Let It Ride. Do You Believe in Magic, with some different colors for the early Kama Sutra label. Didn't know the Crew Cuts did Earth Angel. Classic copy of Can I Get a Witness by Marvin Gaye. Saga Around the Roses. Then He Kissed Me. Upside Being Brother Julius. You Were Mine, the Fireflies. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this. And Trip is usually a pretty decent oldies reissue label. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, but the production date says it was from '72. So here in Baby Don't Cry, Baby Baby Don't Cry. I don't think I have a copy of Sexual Healing. Here is an early Pink Tab Hunter, Warner Brothers, very earlier record. I always love My Mama, The Intruders, great record. I have this record. This one's actually in very nice shape. Got a lot of writing on the label, but compared to the one I have, this one's a much nicer. Foolish Little Girl, The Shirelles. Call Me Johnny Mathis. Double Dutch Bus on 45. I have this on a actual 12-incher. So, Breaking Up Is Hard to Do by Neil Sedaka. And then the flip side is Next Door to an Angel. Let's at least start with this other box. There's so many. I mean, there's 200. So hopefully I can get through the main gist of them. Wow, we're already up to 20 minutes. Sorry for this video being so long. I love you for sentimental reasons. Ebb Tide. They've actually been playing that a lot on that Sirius XM thing. Let me shut this thing off. Battle of New Orleans. Okay, yeah, this is original. This is probably a pre-death Johnny Horton record. There's not too many that exist because he only made so many and then died, and there was a good bit put out after his death. But I think this might be with the Style Columbia right before he died. I'm not sure. I'll find out, but I just do it for the music anyway. To Be Loved, The Pentagons, Down at the Beach, good record. Listen to that one. These ones are a few I played already. Spanish Harlem, Bobby Humphrey, good record. Blue Note, one of those rare Blue Note 45's. Interesting versions. Twist and Shout, The Eyes Are Burning, Reissues Collectibles label. I Wake Up Crying by Chuck Jackson. Mainly go for the Chuck Jackson. I like him. He's very underrated. I imagine he was a bit more popular back in the 60s. Records, really weird label. It's actually Canadian, I guess, reissue label. And this copy of the full 5 minutes of That Lady on one side. Very cool. That's the main reason why I got it. And it actually sounds really great. Thank You, Peaches and Herbs. First time I ever saw him credited with the Sweethearts of Soul. Actually listed above their name. It's the initials from the one that gave them to me, but When He Touches Me, Nothing Else Matters. Great. This one sounds excellent. Original copy of Popsicles, Icicles. Mermaids. Pretty Girls Are Everywhere, Eugene Church. The Duck, Jackie Lee. Bringing It Back, Elvis Presley. Pieces of My Life by Elvis. Today album. I believe I actually have the Today album on 8-track tape. Remember Then, the Earls. This is an original pressing. Let's Waddle the Earls. Which is good because there's a tight crack in it, but actually I'll break to one side so I have the reissue for the hit side, and I'll actually hold on to that. Especially when I put a lot of these on CD. Lead Me On, Maxie Nightingale. I never had a copy of this. This Windsong label is very interesting. The only thing I ever saw on Windsong was Starland Vocal Band. And to my knowledge, this is like one of the only other people I ever saw. Now, this is like 5 years later, I think. 3 years later. Maxie Nightingale, Lead Me On. Great song. Mongo in the Jungle. Plays okay. Sounds a little bit worn, but like I said, that satellite radio have been playing this a lot, and I find it interesting and okay. Girl I Love, Cadillacs. Wishing Well, not a bad song. Little Old Wine Drinker Me by Dean Martin. I Can't Help Remembering You. Everything Happens for a Reason. The Floaters. Float On, very good. And here is Black is Black by Los Lobos. I always wanted a copy of this. Now the funny thing is, okay, you got your troubles by the Fortunes is on this label. And I don't know, have no idea why unless I saw this somewhere before, but I just guessed or imagined in my mind that this small, not real common label here, I guess, yeah, it's a division of London, that this would be on this label too, and here it is on here. So the odds of that is really strange, but I'm pretty sure I never saw a copy of it. Maybe I did and I forgot, but I know I never owned it, so I finally have a copy of Black is Black. Soul Serenade, Willie Mitchell. I haven't played that yet. For some reason, this one wouldn't slide on my changer. The changer I have on my 60 stereo in my bedroom. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to get her soon. I'm leaving here in a few minutes. Please, Mr. Please. Olivia Newton-John. And, oh, that's weird. I don't know why it got so dark all of a sudden. I didn't change the lighting. Beef a Freak. Gap Band. Actually, the record's mixed up, but I actually do have the loose records of that. Mexican Hat Rock, the Applejacks. One of the more bizarre cameo records, Stock Red Light. Touch Me, the Doors. I don't think I have that on 45. Donnie Owens on Guidon, which is a Philadelphia label. Poor Boy, the Royal Tones. Gilbert Humperdinck picture sleeve. I went through all of them. I couldn't find a record for it, but I think I have possibly a copy that I could fill that in. Forest Court, 5 Dutones. Midnight Hour, Wilson Pickett. You have to say, Love Me Dusty Springfield, My Girl Sloopy, The Vibrations of Ratio. I find this interesting too because look how big. It's very rare that Tamla or any of them ever have a print that big on a record. EP of the Glenn Miller Story, rough but cool. Neil Young, Old Man. I remember my buddy Josh singing that to me. I'm pretty sure it's what I'm thinking of. Thought this record was interesting. The Curly Shuffle, whatever that is. Pretty sure Bobby's Girl is that song. I wanna be Bobby's girl. There's a Girl of the Larks, kind of worn on the title. Freeze Frame, J. Jill's Band. Copy of Ben by Michael Jackson. Soundstage 7, the Rare Red label, Donna Papa Joe's. Sky Pilot, Eric Bird and the Animals. Dawn Ho and the Allies. Now I couldn't find any records in all the boxes she had, but I think I do have a few 45s. This woman, maybe I have this record, so I could fill it. It's a this is an example of the Common Mercury ones they did in the 60s with the round thing going. Julie Rogers, Like a Child, Love of a Boy. But I'll still put it with my 45s, even if I don't have the exact record of her, so I can have an idea what she looks like. That's what I like about these. At least it shows the artist, so you know what they look like. At least back then, anyway. Okay, this is an interesting thing here. Now, this is one of those printed on labels. I don't know if these are early pressings or what, but usually the Philly Groove label is orange. But on this print, directly printed on the label, it's a blue background like all of them are with silver print. And it's, didn't I blow your mind? And actually, I just noticed the title's different. It's only 2 words, didn't I, with parentheses. I'm pretty sure it's all larger on the regular stock copy, so that's interesting. Forever Came Today. Hot and Nasty by Humble Pie. Walk Away Renee by Four Tops. Not too sure if I had that on. Chapel Dreams of Dubs, Smile Away Your Blues, James Super Freak, Harp Tones. Okay, there's a Gap Band picture sleeve. That's the record that goes to it. This is rare and interesting here. This is actually a really rare, but it's in really bad shape. But it still plays through. I played this side of it actually. It's an old EP of Fats Domino. That's definitely seen action, and I actually enjoyed it. This is the side I played with Blue Monday. Show Occasion, Groovy Baby, Bobby Abbott, Memphis Real. This is an audit label. Miss Tony Fisher. Car Wash from Car Wash. Sandy, Ryan of Daytona's with the slightly different sounding flip side. Kentucky Rain, RCA Gold Standard, that 1 o'clock label again, with Gold Standard just written underneath, which I never saw before. Cloud 9 by the Temptations with this interesting flip side. You can't even see it because of that. They use that gold, that silver print. It's hard to make. It actually says, "Why did she have to leave me? Why did she have to go?" Oh, these are mine. Mix these in here. Hold on. This is one that I have actually. If I didn't care, Charlie Forrest. Oh wow, I kind of screwed this up. Okay. Yeah, these. Okay, we're back to the ones. He Lost That Love and Feeling. Never heard him do Georgia on My Mind. Love Unlimited, Walking with the Rain on Line, Love, but this size with the Free Movement. I found someone on my own. Finally got me an original copy, another one I printed on labels of Devil in Blue Dress. Bobby Rydell, The Third House, The Fish, The Clearness. This is a very interesting label. This is an old doo-wop record or whatever from the 50s. It's on a Paris label. I never heard of it or saw it. It actually has the Eiffel Tower right on the label. The Hideaway, The Four Esquires. So, I really wanted to show you guys this one. I thought this was an interesting label. Repeat After Me. Four Esquires with Rosemary June. Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon, Neil Diamond. Eddie Murphy, Party All the Time. Here Comes My Baby, The Tremolodes. Back in Black, AC/DC. Mexican Shuffle. Double hit series. Don't Let the Rain Come Down, Crooked Little Man. This I have heard of. I got the stock copy from my Aunt Patty, and now I got this double hit series of Beans in My Ears. These would be the Fidelities. This one's interesting. B-Side Blues by the Righteous Brothers. And then the other side is You're My Soul and Inspiration. The stock copy of wow, the light balancing, it's just the adjustment. Amos Moses, You Gave Me Somebody to Love. Nope, we're almost done. Almost done, so might as well finish this out now. My Happiness, Connie Francis, and If I Didn't Care, which is the song covered by the Moments and Ink Spots. Is that working, Dad? Green Door, Jim Lowe. Face. Out of Sight, Out of Mind, the Royalettes, which is Gonna Take a Miracle, Warren, but I don't want to know that on the 45. Really nice reissue, Thank You, Good Night by the Angels. Woman is Man's Best Friend, Teddy and the Twilights. This one I'm not too familiar. Oh, show up. Come on, there we go. Here's the contralto opera singer Marian Anderson. You can see that if I. Okay, maybe it's just too much light. There you go. You can read it now. Marian Anderson record on Varsity there on a Varsity label, which is an older one. Come on back to me to Foundations. Be sure my love the Doves. Guava Jelly de Blanc. Oh no, not My Baby de Blanc, which is the one that last but not least, Short Shorts, the Royal Teens, and Black Slacks. There they are. There's all my record finds today. Nearly 200 records. Hope you enjoyed it.